So today we're playing the Ranger, and we are going to be trying the Ranger's new starting bag, which is all about healing, and what better to pair with it than good old King Goobert and this brand new unique item which deals damage based on your healing. And so far it's looking kind of scary, but we did heal back up to full, so as long as we heal back to full, we get invulnerability at the clutchest time here. We're back to full again, and holy moly. But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, so today we're going to play in the Ranger, and I'm going to be trying the Ranger's new bag, the VINEWEAVE Basket, which amplifies your healing by 10% and increased by 2% per nature item side. Rounds 1 to 10, skill chance increased by 10%. Okie dokie, let's go and jump some more rank games with the Ranger and see just what I can do today. We're going to be training the Ranger's a new bag, VINEWEAVE Basket, and we do start off with healing herbs, Barda, regen, and 1 stone here. So with that, we're also going to be taking a banana, and also we get in rounds 1 and 10, skill chance increased by 10%. So it's kind of strange wording here. Basically means that in this round specifically, we get a sell chance. So we kind of want to take some items here. Damage life is going to be insanely awesome with this bag here. So that we're going to be wanting to take the sweatstone. We're also going to add in our banana. I'm going to continue to roll here because we do get that sell chance here. Now we do also want to go for claws attack, but the crazy thing is I kind of want to roll again to look for another sale. But unfortunately, we're going to have to move on. Now we didn't actually put our banana in our VINEWEAVE. That is 2% healing efficiency down, but it shouldn't be too bad with damage life here, because we get an extra 20% from that here. We also get 20% or 20 more max HP. It's kind of nuts here. And so far, smashing here. Okay, we could go for the Hero Sword. We could also go for Falcon Blade. But as of right now, I'm actually going to go for Hero Sword. I do want to add this in, but it does mean you can't actually craft up all this stuff, so I'm going to sell our stone in favor of crafting up claws attack here. But that should be pretty insane for us. Now we did get our gloves of haste, trying our wooden sword and our banana while we craft up that claws attack. So that should be insane for us. So with that, we're going to be rolling on as of right now. Now honestly, the Ranger or the Reaper bag with the relic case here, I think it's actually going to be probably one of the strongest bags out of the new bags here, because it's going to be a lot of scaling damage on all the weapons here. And it's also going to reduce the stamina usage, so you can overload and do some crazy things with the relic case here. And so far, yeah, it's actually kind of absurd here, but so far, we barely managed to scrape by here. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Which is not too bad. We got our Hero Sword, which is going to be awesome. We got our claws of attack. I'm going to move this to the side because I'm going to be taking the stone. I want this level gold. I'm actually going to roll here. I'll take another garlic here, to be honest. I kind of actually want to take this to craft up a second claws attack. We're not going to take it as of right now. Okay, we'll actually be taking this though, in case of crafting up a hero longsword. Now we'll reserve this leather bag, and we'll move straight on like this. But so far, it should be awesome here. We should have a lot of flat damage here. We have a tiny bit of scaling damage with the claws attack for that and power. And we should have a lot of life. So not too bad here. Okay. Goobert here is actually going to be insane. Bag of stones could be kind of nice if we actually add more stones. But we'll set up Goobert for right now. I don't exactly want to craft up steel Gooberts. I'm going to roll here. I will reserve this leather bag and roll once more. And unfortunately, not find out whetstone is not super great for us here. I'm going to opt to move our setup around here just a little bit. But it does mean we can't exactly have our whetstone in, and as of right now, not super deal, but we'll have it target our big old stone for right now. But yeah, this is going to be our best setup for this round. So unfortunately, we're going to have to roll on it like this. We should have got a lot more healing with the Goobert here. So we'll see. Our regen is healing for 3, even though it's only 2. And Goobert's healing for 12. Which is nuts. That's basically a chilly Goobert here, except without getting the heat generation. And so far, kind of amazing here actually. Which Goobert do we actually want to go from here? King Goobert sounds amazing with this setup here. And so far, smashing here, taking out this Reaper. King Goobert sounds like it will be amazing. Okay, so we got a brand new unique item here, called the Time Dilator. You and your opponent's weapons attack 30% slower. Every 1 second, your item with the highest cooldown triggers 5% faster. Now this does sound super interesting. Is that going to be super good for us here? Not exactly. All it will do is actually just increase the speed of our banana. That's not something I actually kind of want to take here, unfortunately. It does sound super interesting, but as of right now, it doesn't sound that insane for us. So I'm going to continue roll. Okay, box of riches. We can also get our hero longsword, which I actually am going to take here. Now, and what do want to keep this to craft up another claws of attack, that is for sure, but we're going to roll on like this. You want that box riches, craft up King Goobert. We could also take a second Goobert here if you actually want to. With all the healing efficiency. I actually think it might actually be worth it here. So yeah, I'll take it for right now. We'll move on. We're going to have to wait around to craft up that hero longsword. There should be a big power spike in damage. We do want to find another Walrus Tusk, which we did pass someone earlier. We're getting a second claws of attack is going to be a lot of DPS for us. And so far, smashing even. Taking out the Berserker here with that spear, with that Tuskbucker. So with that, let's go ahead and craft up the hero longsword. That's going to be sure amazing. Let's go ahead and take our box riches for right now. I'm going to roll because we're going to need some extra storage here. Okay, we actually got the Walrus Tusk, which is amazing. Which does mean we might actually have to pass on our Goobert here. Now, we could also take a Fanny back here, but I don't exactly want to as of right now. We may actually want to take a set of blueberries here as well, because if we're going for King Goobert here, we are going to need some mana generation. We'll see. Actually, this could be problematic. Spikes is going to be super problematic here because, yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be dealing a lot of damage to ourselves. And they also had a lot of damage with that Molten Spear. And the Claws attack here. And those stones. So, unfortunately, our opponent could just burst us down here way too fast here. So, let's take our Walrus Tusk. Let's take our blueberries. Let's go ahead and roll. We probably should just take this Goobert. Look for some storage. We actually found some here, which I definitely want to take here. So I'm going to sell this, and we're going to add this in like this right now. So we can actually add this in here, increase the speed of it. That should be pretty darn good. That should be pretty good for us. We could also move this over here. I think that might be more ideal. Now this does increase the damage of our claws attack quite significantly, so I think we're going to roll with this. Now do we take a second another box riches? I actually think we do. We could go for double King Goobert here, which would be insane amount of healing here. We're going to roll on. Our claws attack should be doing massive damage here, 6.6. And hero longsword should be doing massive damage as well. So that's a lot of flat damage with a lot of healing. However, our opponent will also have a lot of healing here, and they're going to be scaling the damage on their broom here, which eventually is going to be crazy here because they have 5 in power. Fatigue set in. Can we out-survive him here? And so far, it's going to be close. But smashing here. Now we get to choose a subclass here. So which subclass should we go for here? Well, to be honest, with Gooberts here, we probably want to go for big bowl treats here. So we can trigger our pets here twice. 20% chance per activation to trigger. It also increases the speed of food items. It also gives us some pets here. But I don't exactly want to add in more pets to our build right now. Maybe squirrels, maybe some rats. Hedgehogs doesn't make too much sense here because we're not spike second. Now, piercing arrow is a lot worse with this bag because we don't have a way to crit unless we have an acorn collar. So it's not that good here. Neutral sleeve, not so great. It does give us a ton of regen, which does increase your healing here. But other than that, not going to be too great here. Now, Med Clover, we could take. It does give us more sale chance, but not going to take it. Also, Poison Ivy doesn't make sense. We're not stacking spikes. So I think it's going to be big ball of treats for right now. We got a squirrel. We also got another pair of gloves. I'm not going to take the squirrel. I'm going to be taking our Goobert. I'm going to be taking our box of riches. We got the King's Crown. We're going to be crafting up King Goobert next round, which is straight up nuts. And we did get a perfect topaz. Do we actually want this? We would sort our stamina here. We could also recombobulate our whole board as of right now, but I think that would be not so good here. So I'm going to move our setup to be like this for right now until we get a glowing crown. That should be awesome. We got the flat damage. We should have a crazy amount of flat damage here. And we did move our big ball treats into this position to increase the speed of our blueberries as well as our banana and our garlic. Now we're not making full use of our basket here because we're using a lot of big items in our bag here. And unfortunately, yeah, we got outpaced by piercing arrow, magic staff, ranger with our ranger bag here. So it is unfortunate. That build is still super strong. Okay, we actually got a crazy item here. The Unsettling Presence, deal 30% of your healing. Has damage every 3 seconds. Use a random buff to heal for 10. We are definitely going to have to take that here. But as of right now, we're going to be crafting up King's Crown. Also got another box of riches on sale, which is straight up absurd here. Now, I don't think we can actually afford to add in this Goobert as of right now. So I'm going to sell this. I sell our stone, and I will be taking another box of riches here, but we can't exactly afford to fit it in. We are going to need a lot of gemstones, but holy moly, this is actually going to be insane. Once you get King Goobert crafted up, King Goobert is going to be deleting enemies. Especially with all healing amplification. Especially with Unlimited Life here. It's just going to be absurd. Now our opponent is looking kind of scary with that double axe here. It's going to be a lot of damage, but we still managed to outpace him here, which is insane for us. So it's time to craft up King Goobert, that is for sure. Now I do want to take you, but our bag situation is pretty bad. We also want to take any red rubies that we can get, so that will amplify healing even more. So I'm going to roll. Okay, hard container on sale. We're going to want at some point as well. Now I'm going to add this in here to increase the speed of our weapons just a little bit here. So we can add it back in our box riches. I'm going to continue to roll here. Perfect rubies insane here, by the way. It's a lot of items, but kind of need to get rid of some items here because we're going to need a lot of storage. Box of riches on sale. Yeah, we're going to take it. How many box of riches can we take here and not actually use? Okay, not great, but once we craft up King Goobert, we're going to have a little bit of space here. But yeah, definitely a lot of wasted gold here. We could be making way better use. But so far, it should be pretty decent. I say that and we're about to get turbo deleted. Can we bring it back? Unfortunately, no. Yeah, definitely making some honestly not great choices here. But with that, our situation is going to be much, much better here. And we're going to be taking our Unsettling Presence, which is going to be dealing that 30% damage. Offer healing as damage. Now, should we try go for second King Goobert here? I actually think it's a little bit too much of a troll to actually try to do that here. So I'm going to leave it. Okay, we'll actually be taking more stamina stacks because then we can actually start adding in more box riches, which gives us more gems, which is going to be insanely good for us. Now, we'll actually add this in to reduce opponent's healing here a little bit more. Let's go ahead and roll once more. Now, we actually want this mana up here because we are going to need a lot of mana here. But I might actually leave it. I'm going to roll once more. Okay, we actually found a storage here. If you want one particular, it would give us some buffs here. It also helps with our stamina. Our stamina's not going to be too bad though. It's 1.3 with our setup as of right now. But it is on sale here, which makes me kind of want to. I think I'll let it go for right now. We get our leather bag, we get our perfect ruby. We're going to move on. Let's add in our box riches to start scaling up a lot of gemstones for our King Goobert. But right now we should have absurd amounts of healing. And our Unsettling Presence is going to delete our opponent here with all this healing. Especially with all this healing amplification. And yeah, it's kind of looking insane here. Quick little DPS check here. It's actually not insane here, but our healing looking pretty good so far. We'll see. In order to get this red ruby, we're going to have to sell a little bit here. Which is not a deal, but we're going to sell you. We could sell one of our box of riches. But I really, really, really want to hold on to this box of riches, even though it's a mistake here. That is for sure. We can get by with 2. Let's sell it here. Unfortunately, that's going to just be too good not to take here. So with that, since we have 1 gold left, we might as well take this flawed sapphire. Now this flawed sapphire is not going to be that great. But we should have way more healing amplification, which means our Unsettling Presence is going to be dealing even more damage. We're going to be healing up to full with our King Goobert here. We'll see. We're after putting our opponent in the battle. Well, actually, for 5 seconds they're in that battle rage, but they are scaling up here. We did get that invulnerability, which is kind of nice here, but they're dealing that damage back. They have a lot of empower, and they actually managed to smash us back here with all that empower, which is straight up nuts here. With that, we got our flawed amethyst here. We're also going to be taking a leather bag. We could take our hedgehog here. I don't exactly want to. Okay, we definitely could have went for a second King Goobert here. And I'm feeling a little bit of regret right now by selling that Goobert. We would have been in a lot of trouble here if we actually didn't take it. Now, we could also be crafting up health potions here. So that's something we actually want to do here. Health potions would help deal that damage here, but I don't think we actually want to as of right now. I think we're going to keep our setup like this. We're going to be getting another King's Crown. We actually need a little bit more mana generation, so we can actually get that invulnerability here, because we have a lot of invulnerability to get through. And as of right now, we only have 1 blueberries here, and this flawed sapphire here to get that invulnerability. But so far, smashing here. With that, we got a King's Crown, which is going to be amazing for us. We could take that crit chance here. Do we actually want the crit chance? We can only really put it on 2 for weapons here, which is not super ideal. We don't really have scaling luck, so it's not super important here for us. So I might not actually take it here. Some gloves, which I don't exactly want to take as right now. I'm going to continue to roll here. Chain's Lamp could be super fast trigger for our Goobert, but this setup shouldn't be too bad. I think we're going to take a Stamina Sack and we're going to keep rolling here. Prismatic Orb could be kind of nice here. Divine Potion on sale. Actually, I'm thinking about taking this here. Let's go ahead and roll on a little bit more. Go take a rat. Not super ideal here. I'm going to sell this roll once more. Okay, definitely want some more blueberries. And then we can actually start getting some luck here. I'm going to add in healing reduction in our helmet here. Now, it's not super ideal, because I do want bigger gemstones here. For having 3 box of riches here, we have very little gemstones. However, we did really only have 1 box of riches in our actual backpack here. So it is actually more understandable, but we'll see. Our opponent is going to be scaling up a lot of damage with that magic staff. They have a crazy amount of armor that we can get through. But we are scaling up our damage very, very slowly with our power, with our claws of attack here. But our Unsettling Presence is dealing a lot of damage. It's going to be eating up some of our buffs. But so far, smashing here even. Awesome. Now we did survive with 2 lives left here. But let's go ahead and see, can we make this even more crazy? Let's add in some blueberries. Now we could actually get rid of 1 claws of attack here, in favor of taking a fancy fencing rapier. Our stamina will go up a little bit here. But I'm not going to take it as of right now. Just going to keep moving. We could get a flute for some luck scaling. I don't think we actually want to. I just want to find some better gemstones here. We're going to actually take a pineapple here. It will stack up some spikes. It's also great with our big bowl of treats. It also does some healing for us as well. With that, I'm going to continue to move on. I'm actually going to add this in here, craft this up into a little bit of a better one here. But I'm still going to craft it up in hopes of finding some better gems, but still shouldn't be too bad here. Now this is looking kind of insane with a nice dragon here, with a Maulin Spear. With the Gloves of Power, with the Vampire Gloves, they're going to have a lot of armor generation. Our DPS is kind of slow here, but still. We have a lot of strikeability with those Glowing Crowns and the King Goobert here, and lots of healing to heal back to full. And so far, it's just straight up crazy here. I probably should take a Squirrel to help offset the use of our buffs here, because our Squirrel can actually steal the buffs for Unsettling Presence, so we'll actually take it here. Which just means I do want to take one of these here. However, we might actually take an eye lamp for right now. Just to scale up our damage on our claws of attack. And with that, we could actually craft up a Cap Discomfort to remove our opponent's healing here, which doesn't seem too bad. We're going to sell this. And we're going to craft this up as well. Now, we can't exactly fit the Squirrel that we just literally bought here, unless we sell this Divine Potion. But this Divine Potion is going to be kind of nice to debuff stack. If I sell this, we're going to be facing a debuff stacking opponent, but we're going to sell it for right now. So we can fit in a Squirrel. I think the Squirrel is going to be awesome with the Unsettling Presence, which we probably should have bought a couple of them beforehand. But we're going to take our Cap Resilience. We're not going to slot it in as of right now, unfortunately. We're also going to move our Claws of Attack so it actually attacks a little bit faster. We can have this in here as well, but it does mean we can't actually craft up this chipped amethyst, which is not super ideal because I do want to craft this up. So I think we're going to have her set up more like this. We're going to, which just means I'm going to have this in here right now to resist some poison. That should be pretty awesome. We're also going to move in our cap so we don't get turbo lead from the very beginning. We might as well add this into our helmet even though we don't generate up a crazy amount of mana, but we'll see. Now, opponent is running Busted Blade here. Unless we get that invulnerability, they could honestly one-shot us here. And so far, it's looking kind of scary, but we did heal back up to full, so as long as we heal back to full, we get that invulnerability at the clutchest time here. We're back to full again, and holy moly, it's just straight back to full, which is straight up insane here. DPS-wise, 700 DPS here. Our King Goobert dealing the most amount of damage here. Our damage is not insane, but our healing is straight up nuts here. 1000 healing in 14 seconds. With King Goobert healing for insane amounts on Unsettling Presence, healing for a decent amount too. But so far, this Unsettling Presence is straight up nuts here. Now this is the final round to craft, so we're definitely going to be crafting with that Cap Discomfort here to literally be shutting off opponent's healing here whatsoever. And we'll be taking a Stamina Sack here. We'll be taking more of these little amethysts here. We could also take the Flawless Topaz. This is literally the only gemstone I don't want here. Heart Container could be awesome here, because if we do get this stacked up, it will give us more healing amplification. It will also give us a ton more life, so our healing would be much, much better. So it's going to be worth taking this next round. However, we're going to sell this to roll again. Okay, King's Crown. We could craft up another King's Crown here, which would be insane. However, there's no way we can actually craft it up, unfortunately. And I think we're going to be taking the heart container in the final round, so we're going to roll it once more. Well, yeah, that should be insane. We should have a lot of healing reduction on our opponent. So we should be straight up be able to out-survive our opponent here. However, I would have loved to get that Captain's Comfort crafted up this round because of Nocturnal Locklifter. They're still going to have a lot of healing here, but are we going to be able to survive here long enough? We do get that invulnerability. We can heal back to full. Well, we actually didn't get to heal back to full because the healing reduction here actually mattering so much here. If we had R1 crafted up here, I do believe we actually would have won here. So unfortunately, one around too late to craft this up because that is going to be 30% healing reduction. It's going to be another 30% healing, so that's 60%. And over 30% with this here. So we should have 100% healing reduction with this setup. I'm going to sell our box riches, it's been good. We could have rolled to look for some more gemstones, but I just wanted to fit in our heart container here. And with that, let's go ahead and continue rolling right now. Now this, being on sale, would have been nice to slot in here. But I'd much rather keep our setup the way it is. Now we could sell our regen here, but I kind of want to keep this so it doesn't take as long to get our heart container skill up. So I'm going to continue to roll here. But yeah, I'm going to continue to roll. There's not much else I kind of want here. We could take a piggy bank in the final round, but it's not exactly worth it. We could take a final box of riches that we've seen 700 million of. Let's roll again. But yeah, this has been an insane round here. Going all in on healing amplification with the Unsettling Presence, definitely an awesome unique item to get with this run. However, our DPS definitely could have been way more optimized here. Instead of going for a hero longsword with 2 claws attack, it's still not a bad setup here of flat damage here. We do have some scaling damage with the eye lamp here. We have scaling damage with our 2 claws attack, scale up and power, but it is super slow here. Now, having a second King Goobert here would have been insane. However, it was definitely a troll keeping that extra Goobert for so long and keeping all those box riches in our bag for so long as well. But we should have 100% healing reduction and we should have an absurd amount of healing efficiency here. So we should honestly be able to outscale our opponent here unless they are a turbo deleter build here, which is kind of looking like so with a poison ivy here. They're going to be stacking up a lot of poison on us. So we should have kept our divine potion here. Divine potion would have been insane, but still not looking too bad for us here. We heal back to full. We got a massive health boost with that heart container and smashing here. We actually managed to destroy them here. DPS wise, our opponent actually managed to do a lot more DPS. We only dealt 500 DPS, but as you can see, with so much healing reduction, after 12 seconds, our opponent only healed for 12. Whereas after 12 seconds, we healed for over 600, which is insane. The healing reduction is super strong here, especially going up against that last one that actually reduced our healing here. It was kind of nuts. However, this Unsettling Presence was super awesome here. It did allow our King Goobert to deal a lot more damage and it added to our healing here. However, it does use random buffs, but I do believe that this Unsettling Presence is going to be awesome with the Staff 1 healing here. But anyways, we did survive with 2 lives left here. Let's go and see just how much rank points we got here. Rank us up, plus 19. Extremely awesome. But anyways, go and leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope you keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.